Every year, thousands of tons of peanut butter are consumed around the world. This product is a traditional part of the American diet and is found in 90% of households. But do you know how this spread is made? In this video, you'll see all the stages of peanut butter production, from collecting the raw materials to the final packaging. To begin with, peanuts are grown in regions where the soil and climate are suitable for the healthy development of the plants. Peanuts need well-drained, nutrient-rich soil, as well as temperatures that usually range between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. Planting is done with selected seeds, which are often subjected to quality tests to check their germination capacity and their resistance to pests and diseases. It's important to avoid using seeds of unknown origin, since their quality affects the entire harvest. Once the plants are growing, they need care that includes moderate irrigation, application of specific fertilizers when necessary, and weed control. All of this is intended to keep the field as healthy as possible. This way you get higher quality peanuts, which will be the raw material for making the peanut butter. The cultivation period usually ranges from 90 to 150 days depending on the variety. At the end of the cycle, the harvest takes place, a crucial moment to ensure that the peanuts are mature enough to provide the proper yield. During the harvest, machines remove the plants from the soil so that the peanut pods are exposed. Afterwards, these pods go through an initial drying process, which often takes place in the field itself. They are left exposed to the sun for a calculated period to reduce moisture and prevent the risk of fungi and mold. Once dried, the pods are collected and sent to processing facilities or warehouses. At this point, careful control of moisture is essential to avoid losses and contamination. Transport to the plant should be done in clean trucks, protected from moisture and pests. When the peanuts arrive at the factory, they go through a sorting stage. There, employees or specialized machines carry out an inspection to identify any contamination, stones, dirt, or foreign objects that may have come along with the pods. It is also at this stage that samples are collected for laboratory analysis, checking moisture content, the presence of mycotoxins such as aflatoxin, and other unwanted substances. Only after the raw material is approved does it move on to the next stages. Next, the pods are subjected to equipment that removes the outer shells. There are specific machines that break or apply pressure to remove the shells, separating them from the peanuts. The shelled peanuts need to go through one more screening process to ensure that any remaining shell fragments or dirt are removed. Afterwards, the peanuts are sorted. This process can be manual with specialized workers or automatic, using optical sensors that detect colors and sizes. Peanuts that are unsuitable or deformed, too small, or show signs of damage end up being discarded. The goal is to maintain a uniform standard and, above all, ensure safety for the consumer. The next step is crucial: roasting. The factories have large industrial roasters, which can be either rotary or static, where the peanuts are exposed to high temperatures for a controlled amount of time. Roasting develops aroma and flavor, and also helps eliminate microorganisms and reduce moisture. It's important to pay attention to parameters like time and temperature, because under-roasted peanuts have a raw taste, while over-roasting can result in a bitter or burnt flavor. After this process, some processing methods include removing the thin skin that surrounds the peanut. This skin can affect the texture and color of the paste. There are machines that use friction or compressed air to remove these skins, leaving the peanut as clean as possible. In some production lines, there is also an optional additional selection step. In this step, the peanuts are inspected more rigorously, removing any peanut that shows an undesirable color or strange texture. The more uniform the batch is, the better the consistency of the final paste tends to be. After that, the product goes to the grinding system. This is the stage where the peanuts start to be transformed into a thick paste. There are several methods for grinding. Some use roller mills, others use hammer or disc mills. The principle is the same: Applying force to crush the peanuts until a homogeneous mass is formed. The first grind produces a paste, but still with noticeable granules. For those who like peanut butter with little pieces, part of this mass can be set aside. Next, there's an additional finer grinding, resulting in a smooth texture. In the end, these two parts can be mixed or not, depending on the product you want to get. For example, some brands offer the creamy version and the crunchy version. The creamy one goes through a more intense grinding process, while the crunchy one is a combination of both textures. After grinding, adjustments to flavor and consistency are made. In commercial production, it's common to add salt, sugar, or sweeteners, as well as stabilizers that help keep the paste homogeneous. Without these additives, the natural oil from the peanuts tends to separate from the rest of the product, creating a layer on the top of the jar. That's why many companies use emulsifiers or stabilizers that make the paste firm and easier to spread. Some manufacturers prefer to include vegetable oils, such as palm oil or soybean oil, while others use only the oil from the peanuts themselves. It all depends on each brand's standards and the audience they serve. Quality control is carried out at several stages. The technicians check the moisture content, acidity, color, and flavor. They can also analyze the amount of aflatoxins, which can appear in poorly stored or contaminated peanuts. This type of inspection is crucial to release the product or discard batches that do not meet safety standards. When the paste is ready, it's time to send it to the filling area. Here, large stainless steel tanks are connected to automatic machines that weigh and fill plastic or glass jars according to the production line. This filling process must take place in clean environments with the right temperature to prevent the proliferation of microorganisms. Many factories maintain positive air pressure so that when doors or windows are opened, the airflow is directed from inside to outside, preventing particles from entering from outside to inside. The containers are sanitized beforehand, minimizing the risk of contamination. After filling, the packages are sealed, which can be done with a screw cap or a press-on seal, depending on the type of jar. Afterwards, the packaging receives labels with information about ingredients, nutrition facts, expiration date, production batch, and storage instructions. Some manufacturers invest in labels with eye-catching designs and information about recipes or ways to consume the product, while others prefer a simple look. And that was today's video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel.